All right, so we're recording, and I am gonna get started. I'll be able to see me okay. All right, so I'm so glad that we're all together this morning, and I can't wait to see you again in person, but for now, this is our new normal. So 75-minute vinyasa flow this morning. We'll start slow and warm up, and we'll get things going. So we'll start on our backs this morning in Supta Baddha Konasana. So come on to your back body. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees come out wide. And bring your right hand to your heart and your left hand to your belly. And close your eyes. And begin to breathe. Just slowly inhaling through the nose. And then open your mouth and exhale. And I apologize, I forgot to tell you to start your playlist. So if you like the music, just go ahead and start that now. So always beginning our practice with the breath. Finding those nice deep belly breaths. And then open the mouth and exhale, let it go. Couple more like that, inhaling, filling up. Feel your belly press into your left hand, filling up, expanding with fresh oxygen. And then open your mouth, exhale, and let it go. Inhale, fill up. Open the mouth, exhale, and breathe. One more, just like that, a little slower, a little deeper. And when you feel like you're full, take in one more sip and hold it. And then open your mouth, exhale. Let everything go. Start to seal your lips and begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. Coming into your Ujjayi breath, your breath of victory, your breath of fire. And then slowly start to extend your legs, point your toes toward the front of your space, reach your arms overhead, finding a big stretch here. And then pull your knees into your chest. Just a nice loose grip, and you can just kind of rock side to side along your lower back. Should feel nice. And we'll start with some core work this morning. So keeping your knees bent at about a 90-degree angle, so kind of a reverse tabletop pose. And I like to cactus my arms out onto the floor and really melt my shoulders into the floor. Pull your belly in tight, really knit your ribs. We'll just start by turning on the side body here. So on an inhale, breathe in. As you exhale, just start to hover the knees over to the right. Only bring them down as far as you can while still keeping both shoulders on the floor. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, hover the knees over to the right. Inhale back up to center. Exhale over to the right. Moving with your breath up to center and then to the left. And then if you like, and it's just an option, you can start to straighten the legs. You don't have to. Just waking up the core, the side body, keep hugging the belly in tight, knitting the ribs, and breathing, keeping the breath moving. Let's do one more of these on each side, and then we'll meet back in the center. Come back to center, and then extend the legs straight up. Really flex the feet, so really active legs. Keep pressing your low back into the floor. Take your hands behind your head, and then lift your chest and your shoulder blades off of the floor. Keep pressing your low back into the floor, belly to spine. Take a breath, and then as you exhale, take the right leg down to a hover. So making this L shape with your legs and look straight up at the ceiling above you. On an inhale, start to change legs, bringing them to about a 45-degree angle where they'll meet. And then the right leg comes up, left leg hovers. So continuing to move with your breath, nice and slow and controlled. Keep rotating the inner thighs toward one another. The legs are super active, hugging the belly in tight. You might even lift your chest a little higher if you can. Let's take one more each side. We'll end with the right leg lifted, left leg hovering. We'll start to twist toward the right. So lift your shoulders up higher and then take a twist toward the right leg. And just stay in the twist and then lower the right leg down to a hover and then inhale it back up, staying in the twist. Lower it down to a hover, inhale it back up. Let's do 3 more. Lower down, inhale up. Lower down, inhale up. One more time like that. Lower down, and then inhale, lift it up. Now, take your hands together. Just take your palms together outside of your right leg. And then squeeze your inner thighs together. I call this twist tying the legs. And then pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Pull your right knee into your chest. Come back down to the mat and hug the knee in nice and tight. Beautiful. Now, release the arms forward and come back up again, holding the right knee in towards your chest. So kind of this half Navasana, Ardha Navasana pose. See if you can do this. On an inhale, lift up to Navasana, keeping your right knee in toward your chest. And then slowly roll it back down. 4 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it all the way back down to the mat. Hug the right knee into your chest. Give it a big squeeze. And then guide the knee across your body to the left. Scoot your hips to the right. Right arm comes up and over and find that twist. Again, melting the shoulder into the floor, pulling the belly in tight. Just feel nice. And then come back to center. Extend the legs long, stretch it out, and pull the knees back into the chest. Moving to the other side. We'll start with extending the legs straight up. Hands come behind the head. Lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Hover the right leg down. And then start to switch, bringing them to 45 where they meet. So just finding your rhythm here, finding your core again. Try to keep your neck long, so look up, not crunching your neck. And just keep the breath moving. A couple more. So one more each side. This time we'll stop with the left leg lifted. So the left leg is lifted this time. And then we'll start to twist it over toward the left. Hold the twist and then just lower the left leg to a hover and lift it back up. Lower it down to a hover and lift it back up. 3 more. Lower it down, breathe, and lift. Lower and lift. One more time, lower it down and lift it up. Nice. Hold it here. Bring your hands together. Stretch outside of the left leg. Twist, tie your legs, and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Pull the left knee into your chest. Lay it down just for a moment. And then keep the left knee into your chest. Reach your arms forward. Once again, lift the head and the chest. Hover the right leg. Use your inhale breath and see if you can roll it up to this bent knee Navasana. And then lower it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I think we have 1 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower all the way back down to the earth. Bring your knee into your chest. Squeeze it in, compressing through that hip joint. And then guide the knee across your body to the right. Scoot your hips left a little bit to make sure they stay stacked. Left arm comes up and over. Melt the left shoulder into the mat. Pull the belly in tight. Then we'll come back to center. Once again, 1 more big stretch, stretching out through the front body. Pull the knees into the chest. And then start to rock and roll. You can go side to side, forward and back. We'll meet in a tabletop pose. There's no rush. Take your time. And once you find your tabletop pose, making sure to spread the fingers wide, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath hips. We'll start to find some cows and cats. And then inhale, dropping the belly, gazing up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, belly drops, tailbone lifts. Stretch out through the front body. Exhale, round. And here at the beginning of class, just feeling free to take some organic movements, being intuitive, finding what feels good, what feels sticky, stiff, and just moving as you need to, side to side, C curves, whatever you need. Taking a couple more rounds of breath here. And then we'll meet in a neutral tabletop pose. If they're not already, tuck your toes. And then just go ahead and hover the knees a couple inches off of the floor. More fire in the belly. So we don't have the heat, right? We'll have to work a little extra hard to generate that tapas in the body. Take 1 more breath here. And then slowly start to lift the hips up and back, downward facing. Breathe. So once again, finding that movement if it feels nice, pedaling the feet, shaking the head. And as you start to settle into a little bit of stillness here, feet are hips distance apart, heels reaching for the earth, belly is pulled in and up, hips up and back. And then really press through your hands. Wrap your triceps in, isometrically pull your forearms together. Find that stretch all the way into your armpit and breathe. Come high up on your toes, rounded forward, rounded plank into plank. Finding your strong plank pose here, so doming out through that upper back, looking forward, keeping a nice long spine. Legs are super active, so kneecaps pulling up the legs, hamstrings toward the ceiling. Take a breath. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Do that again. High up on the toes, rounded forward, rounded plank into plank. Exhale, go back, downward facing. 1 more, just like that. Rounded forward, rounded plank into plank. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Come back to your plank pose and hold it. Keep looking forward, keep pulling the belly in nice and tight. And then as slowly as you can, and you can put your knees down if you'd like, hug your elbows in and come all the way down to the earth. When you get there, separate the legs about mat's distance and take your hands outside of your mat, elbows toward the ceiling. On an inhale breath, come on up. Put a weight into the hand. Pull your belly in tight, so pulling the navel off of your mat. Dip your right shoulder and look to the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dip your left shoulder, look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip the right. One more time, inhale. Exhale, dip the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release it all the way down. Bring your legs about hips distance once again. Tuck your toes. Hands come back by your floating ribs. So they're pretty far back, and then squeeze your elbows in nice and tight. Activate your legs. So pick your kneecaps and your thighs off of the floor. Use your inhale breath to press up to plank pose or tabletop. Either one is fine. Inhale, press up. Exhale, go back, downward facing. Keep your belly engaged. Start to walk your hands to the back of the mat, keeping your feet about hips distance apart. Take your right hand between your legs, right between your feet. Left hand to your sacrum. Start to bend into your right knee and start to find a twist. The hand can stay right here on the sacrum. Maybe you lift it straight up toward the ceiling. Keep your hips pointed toward the floor. Pull the belly in tight, just twisting from your lowest rib. And then on an exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Right hand to your sacrum. Start to bend into your left knee as you rotate toward the right. Maybe the hand stays, maybe you lift it up. Gently release it all the way back down to the mat. Bend your knees a lot. And then maybe you even grab your opposite elbows or forearms as you just kind of sway side to side in this ragdoll pose. Breathe. Gently release the hands down to the mat. Either the mat, the shins, or the knees, pressing into something and float out, lengthen. So find that flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time, lift and lengthen. Hips go back, chest and crown of head forward, shoulder blades squeezing behind you. Just holding this pose, finding length in the spine. And then exhale. Circle sweep your arms all the way up. Connect your palms at the top. And then pull your palms into the space of your heart and close your eyes. Just taking a moment here, if it's in your practice, to set an intention. Perhaps finding something that you're grateful for. Your health and the health of your family and your friends. Online yoga classes, whatever it is, the sunshine. Inhale, seal in your intention. Open your mouth, exhale. Bring your hands down by your side, blink your eyes open. On an inhale, reach your arms up and overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, soft knees, and a flat back. On an inhale, lift and lengthen. Find that flat back. Exhale. Start to walk your hands forward. Find your downward facing dog. Breathe. On an inhale, stretch your right leg high. Finding your three-legged dog. Point your toes down toward the floor. And then let your left heel reach toward the floor. So finding as much length as you can here in your side body. Keep pressing through the hands. Keep reaching the right leg higher. Now bend the knee and open the hips, scorpion down dog. Really press evenly through both hands. Keep the shoulders square. If you like to take circles here with the knee, you can. You can circle out the ankle. You can bend them straight. And then come high up onto the left toes. Straighten out through the right leg. Find more length. And then bring your knee into your nose. Shoulders over wrists, round the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, and hold it here. Now look between your hands and step your right foot between your hands. Bring your left knee down to the earth. And you can keep the toe tucked or you can untuck it. It's really personal choice. For now, just keep your hands on the floor and start to lean forward. Lift your heart. Start to feel that hip flexor stretch on the left side. Keep lifting the heart. Now from here, start to walk your hands up your thigh. Interlace your fingers and take them behind your head. Start to let your head fall back into your hands and direct your elbows toward the ceiling. So just letting your head be heavy. Keep leaning forward, pressing your left hip down and forward. You can stay just like this, or you can find that Kali Mudra with your hands, that gun shape, and start to extend the arms and reach back, finding a little bit more of a back bend. It's really up to how you're feeling today. And breathe. One more inhale here. One more exhale. Hands come down to the earth. Lift your left knee. From here, just glide your hips back, forehead to shin. Finding this modified pyramid pose. On an inhale, come back down. Let the left knee come back down to the earth. Inhale, come back. Keep pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, come forward, knee down. Exhale, go back. Let's stay here for an extra round of breath. Keep pulling the belly in. Breathe. Come forward once again, but keep the knee lifted. Left hand comes inside of your right foot. Right hand to your sacrum. Start to twist open to the right. You can keep the hand here. You can reach it up toward the ceiling. Left leg is really super straight and strong. Hug the right hip underneath you and twist. Breathe. Open up for a wide leg forward fold toward the left. Parallel your feet, drop your head. Start to walk your hands way out in front of you, finding this wide leg downward facing dog. Keep pulling the belly in, hips back. Chest and hands go forward. You might even claw the floor so much with your hands so that you get some traction. And you pull your hands towards your feet and your feet towards your hands, finding that stretch, that activation. And then walk the hands underneath you and behind you. Turn the fingers around. Start to bend into your arms a little bit. Rock the weight into the balls of your feet. Crown of the head comes closer toward the floor. And then hands come back underneath your heart. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Turn to the back of the mat, framing out through your left leg. Left leg comes up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Once again, finding your scorpion down dog. Let the right heel be heavy. Lift the left knee higher. Maybe you find some circles, bend in the straight. Just starting to loosen things up a little bit. And then start to come high up onto the right toes. Straighten out through the left leg. Find your length. And then knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Shoulders over. One more time, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it here. Look forward. Step forward. Runner's lunge. Right knee comes down to the earth this time. Same option for toe tucked or not. Stay here. Just start to ease into that hip flexor stretch on the right. And then start to walk your hands up your leg. Lean it forward a little bit more. Interlace the fingers, they come behind the head. Start to let your head fall back, elbows toward the ceiling, belly stays engaged. If you like, you can find that Kali Mudra. Start to extend the arms, let the head go back. And then hands to the earth. Lift the right knee and glide your hips back, modified pyramid. This time the left hip comes back, right hip forward. Adding your movement, come forward, drop the knee, and then go back, using your breath. One more like that. Inhale forward. Exhale, go back. Holding it here. You might even flex that left toe if that feels good. And then come back to your runner's lunge. Right hand stays down this time, left hand to your sacrum. Start to twist open toward the left, keeping the right leg active. Maybe the left arm reaches toward the ceiling. Breathe. And then open up for your wide leg forward fold once again. Drop the head. This time we'll take a shoulder rinse, so interlace the fingers. Take them behind the back. Press the palms together if you can. And then start to reach the fist up over your head. Keep pulling the belly in tight. Keep pressing to the outside edges of your feet. Breathe. And then gently release the hands back down to the earth. On an inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Come back to frame your right foot at the top of your space. Step your left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. On an inhale, lift out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle sweep your arms all the way up. Pull your palms into the space of your heart. Inhale, hands go up. Exhale, swan dive forward, lifting through the heart, finding that flat back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to high plank pose. We'll take our first vinyasa on the knees. So drop the knees, lift the tailbone, and hug your elbows in tight. Bring your chin and chest down to the earth. And then come down to your belly, a little bit of weight into the hands. Lifted cobra. Really squeeze the elbows in, roll the shoulders back. Tuck the toes, go back, downward facing dog. Look to the top of your space, little steps all the way to the top of your mat. Feet meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle sweep all the way up. Exhale, bring your palms to the space of your heart. Inhale, palms go high. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to your high plank pose. You can come back to your knees or try it on your toes. Hinge forward first. Hug your elbows in, and then come halfway down. Try to keep your shoulders higher than your elbows. This gives you buoyancy, and it protects your shoulders. Then come to the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. So you always have both options in any vinyasa. You don't have to do every one. Look to the top of your space. Walk, step, float, feet meet hands at the top of your space. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Circle, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, pull your palms into the space of your heart. One more time. Inhale, lift up, lengthen. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now listen, plant your palms. You can walk, step, or float and take a vinyasa. If you're floating, please land with chaturanga. So bent elbows, never straight arms, and we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Take a big deep breath in right here, and then open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Let's start to build our flow. On an inhale, stretch your right leg really high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take the right knee across the body and tap high up on the left arm. Inhale, open, bend, and stretch. Take it back across the body, tap high. Open, bend, and stretch. One more time, take it across and hold. And then find fallen triangle. Extend both legs out and reach up. So I want you to give this a try. See if you can lift the right leg up and then sweep it to the back of the mat and then tap it forward. Sweep it back and forward. You can even keep it on the floor the whole time. Just a couple more. And then we'll land with the right foot forward and down. Take the left hand down to the mat, wide open. So right leg comes up and over. Tap it behind, lift the hips, drop the head. Finding a back bend here. From here, you can find side plank if you'd like. We're stepping the right foot all the way to the top of the mat. Use your hands if you need to. Do your best. And as slowly as you can, right foot steps forward. Runner's lunge. Step the left foot up to meet the right at the top of your space. Toes touching a little space between the heels. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So sit really low, stick your booty out there, and then slight tuck of the hips to engage through the core. We'll start with a twist, just an open arm twist. We'll go left first. So left arm comes down and around and just twist open. Keep driving the knees straight forward and pull the right hip back in line. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. This time you have to pull the left knee back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold, breathe. Really nice. Extend the left leg behind you in a supported warrior 3. So hands stay down on the earth. Really reach out of your waistline. Left leg is super straight and strong, and bend your right knee as much as you need to. Lay your belly on your thighs. Find extension. And then take a step back. Inhale, crescent lunge. And breathe. We're just here for a breath. Really reaching up. And then dive it back down, hands to the earth. Lift your left leg. Standing splits. Left foot meets right. Toes touching. Come back to your chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart and then twist to the right. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Press your palms together a lot. Bring your thumbs into your sternum. Now look at your feet. Come to the ball of your left foot and find flamingo. So kick yourself in the bum. And just, I'm having a little balance trouble here. Okay. So a little different here. I want you to keep the knee bent and just lift it for 5. Kind of like those donkey kicks that we've done before in exercise classes. 3, 4, and 5. And then extend the legs straight back and find a revolved crescent lunge. So staying in the twist, breathe. Open it up, find warrior 2. Right toes are directly ahead. Left foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat, pressing to the outside edge of your foot. Take another breath here, and then see if you can sit a little lower. Give your shoulder blades a squeeze behind you. Skandasana to the back of your mat, bend into your left knee, sit low. We'll come back to Skandasana several times throughout class, so this will not be your fullest expression of the pose. Really flex through your right foot, starting to open up through the inner thighs. Face your left foot at the back of your mat. Right hand comes down inside of your left foot. Find that easy twist. Now I'll be facing away from you guys, but what I want you to do is turn both sets of toes to the left. So this is called horizon lunge. And you're just gonna hover the hips down toward the earth. And then inhale, lift up and stretch the left arm overhead. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. One more time, hover the hips. Feel that nice stretch. Inhale, lift it up. come back to frame your left foot. Coming back to warrior two, so right foot comes down to the mat, windmill the arms open, back to your warrior two. Breathe. On an inhale, tip it up and back, reverse your warrior. Now I want you to keep your upper body exactly as it is and just switch your feet. So now you're in an side angle pose with your right foot leading. Tip it up and back, reverse your warrior. Flip your feet again, side angle to the back of the mat. Drop your right hip. Inhale, tip it up and back. Exhale, windmill the hands down, frame your left foot. Left leg comes up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Let the right heel fall heavy. Here we go. Onto the left side. High up on the right toes, left knee comes across the body and taps high up on the right arm. Open, bend, and stretch. Take it across, tap. Open, bend, and stretch. One more time, take it across and hold. And then extend the leg out, fall in triangle, lift up. So here's those sweeps. You can either do it without lifting the leg or try lifting it, bringing it to the back and tapping it forward. Lift and tap, lift and tap. One more time. And then the foot comes down, right hand down, left leg up and over. Wild thing. Lift the hips, reach up, breathe. Look at your right hand, shoulder over wrist. You can come through side plank, but we're coming all the way to the top of the mat, lifting the left knee. Use your hands, do your best. Set the left foot all the way forward. Right foot steps up to meet the left, forward fold. Toes touch. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low, stick the booty back, hold the belly in tight. Open arm twist to the right this time. So right arm comes down and around. Keep driving the knees forward. Back to center. And then twist to the left. 3. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Extend the right leg back this time, finding your supported warrior 3. Bend into your left knee. Look forward, reach forward, and reach back with your right heel. Breathe. Big step back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Just for a couple of breaths, stretch out through the front body, reach up tall, sit low, and then hands come back down to the mat. Standing splits, right leg lifts. Right foot meets left, back to your forward fold, toes touching. Bend the knees a lot, come back to your chair pose. This time the hands come to the heart, twist to the left, right elbow outside of the left knee. Pull the right hip back, get really low. All right, here we go. Come to the ball of your right foot, and then just start to come into your flamingo, hovering the right foot. See if you can lift the knee toward the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then start to extend the leg back. Big step back, revolved crescent lunge. Hold the belly in tight. Find that twist, rotating your chest toward the left. Open it up, find your warrior 2. Taking a moment here, sitting low into this pose, pressing to the outside edge of your right foot. Skandasana on the right, so bend into your right knee, sit low at the top of your space. Again, hands to heart or on the floor, whatever feels good. Really flex your left toes, sit low. You've got this. And then start to frame your right foot at the top of your space. Left hand down. Start to find your twist toward the right arm comes up. Here we go with that horizon lunge. So toes go to the right. I'm facing away from you, I know. Hover the hips, find that stretch. And then inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. One more time. Inhale, lift it all the way up. Come back to the top of your mat. Left foot comes down at 90. Windmill the arms back open. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep the upper body as it is. Just flip the feet. Side angle. Inhale, reverse. Flip the feet. Side angle. Inhale, reverse. Windmill the hands down, frame your right foot. Step the left foot up to meet the right at the top of your space. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, pull your hands into the space of your heart. Palms go high, reach up. Swan dive forward, all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, take a vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in down dog. Just take a big breath in right here. Inhale. Open your mouth. Exhale, let it go. Bring your knees down to the mat. Child's pose. Reach the fingertips forward, forehead down to the mat. Take a moment in your child's pose. You can towel off, grab water if you need it, or just stay. Taking a little breather, and then we'll add on. Everybody's good, right? You know that you can unmute yourself if there's any issues. Okay. I know you guys are doing great. So when we're ready, we'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Just settling in. We'll start to add on to this flow. On an inhale, stretch your right leg high. Find that length. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take it across the body, high up onto the left arm. And then open, bend, and stretch. Take it back across and hold it, coming right into our fallen triangle. Lift up, reach up. Just 3 of them this time. So sweep it back and forward, back and forward. One more time, back and forward. Left hand down to the mat, right leg up and over, wide open. Lift up, reach up. Right foot steps all the way to the top of your mat. Go slow, use control. And then step your left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. Bow in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Extend the left leg back for your supported warrior 3. Now listen, we'll add on. Bring your left knee into your left upper arm and straighten your right leg, bow in. Inhale, bend your right knee, extend the left leg, look forward. Bring it into the armpit and straighten through the right. And then extend. One more time, pull it in. And then extend. Stay here. Bend more into your right leg. Really extend through the left. See if you can float your hands to your heart. And start to lift up. Finding your warrior 3. And then tip back. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Reach up. Breathe. You got it. Stretch out through the front body. Hands come back down to the mat. Standing splits. And if you'd like to take hops here, it's a perfect opportunity. Left foot meets the right. Forward fold. Bend the knees a lot. And come right into your prayer twist to the right. So left elbow hooks outside of the right knee. So take a look at the feet, the knees, make sure everything's in alignment. Sit low, find your belly. Start to hover the left leg. And then lift the knees for 3, 2, and 1. Start to extend the leg. Revolved crescent lunge. Just taking your time here. breathe. You got this. Inhale, open it up. Find your warrior two. Skandasana, back of the mat, bending into your left knee. Breathe. Now this time you might try something different. Maybe you reach the left hand outside of the left foot, right arm reaches, and you start to find a little bit more openness. Keep engaging through the core. Breathe. Face your left leg at the back of your mat. Step your right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. Sit into your chair pose right here. Breathe. Now sweep the arms behind you, come high up on your toes. Heels down, bring your right knee into your chest. Crane pose. Standing up tall. Start to find an open arm twist. Right arm comes down and around, and just twist open. Now start to extend your right leg and point the toe. Lifting up as high as you can. So we've activated the side body. Let's give this a try. Start to sweep the leg behind you and just start to tip in. So finding your Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose, hover it. Reach the arms up. Breathe. You've got this. And then big step back, warrior two. Nice. Just doing the best that you can. Reverse your warrior. Flip your feet, side angle. Reach. Inhale, reverse. Flip your feet, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down, frame your left foot. Left leg comes up and back. Find length, reach that leg as high as you can. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take it across the body to the right. And then open, bend, and stretch. Take it back across, hold it, and then extend it out. Fallen triangle. Here we go. Lift the leg, tap it back and forward, back and forward. One more time, back and forward. Right hand down, left leg comes up and over. Wildly. Lift up, reach up, drop the head. Look at your right hand. Start to hover the left knee as slowly as you can. Step it all the way to the top of the mat. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. Bow. Bend the knees and extend the right leg straight back. Supported warrior three on the left leg. Reach it. The leg back and the chest forward. The belly stays engaged. This is your inhale. As you exhale, right knee into the right upper arm, straighten the left leg and back. Inhale, go back. Exhale, pull it in, breathe. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, pull it in. Go straight back. Bend more into your left leg. Really press through the heel of the right. And here we go. Start to hover the hands to heart. Start to lift the chest. Lift up, tip it back, crescent lunge. Reach up, find length, find a stretch. And then hands to the mat, standing splits. You can even take hops if you like to. And then right foot meets left, forward fold. Bend into your knees right away and find your prayer twist to the left. Right elbow outside of your left knee. Sit low. Take your thumbs into your sternum. Starting to find your flamingo. So come to the ball of your right foot. Start to hover the foot. And then drive the knee up. 2 and 1. Start to extend the leg. And then find your revolved crescent lunge. Just taking a moment here, hugging the left hip underneath you, strong right leg, open the chest to the left. Warrior two, windmill the arms open. Sit up. Breathe, catch your breath. Skandasana on the right, bend into your right knee. Split it. Flex through your left foot. Maybe you start to open your arms. Frame your right foot at the top of your space. Step the left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, sit low into your chin. Inhale, lift up. Sweep the arms behind you, come high up on the toes. And then bring your left knee to your chest, one-legged Tadasana or crane pose. Find your drishti, your balance, and then start to find an open arm twist toward the left. Lifting the arms up high, pulling the knee into your chest. And as you're ready, start to extend the left leg. Point the toe, lift it higher, breathe. And then start to sweep the leg back and just tip in, finding a hovering half moon. You don't have to lift the leg high. Hug the right hip underneath you. Flex your left toes. Opening shoulders, chest, hips, everything to the left. And then big step back, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Flip the feet, side angle. Reverse your warrior, flip the feet, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill it down. Left foot steps out to meet the right, forward fold. Separate your feet about hips distance. I'll face you guys. You have an option to either grab your big toes with your peace fingers or slide your hands underneath your feet, toes all the way to the wrist crease. Padahastasana. Bend your knees as much as you need to make that kind of connection, whatever it is. On an inhale, once again, find that length. Exhale, fold, forehead to shins, crown of head toward the floor, belly in tight. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, breathe. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Keep pulling the belly in tight. And then gently release your hands from underneath your feet. Toe heel the feet back together to touch. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle sweep the arms all the way up. Pull your palms into the space of your heart. Just close your eyes for a moment. If you need to take a break or get a drink of water, please do. We have one more flow and then we'll start to cool things down. On an inhale, stretch your fingertips toward the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back, softly. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, find your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. So this time, we'll do it a little differently. On an inhale, stretch your right leg high. Now, keeping your leg lifted, round it forward into a single-legged plank. You can come down to your knee. That's perfect. All of this can be done on the knee. If you're on your toes, I want you to hinge it forward. Lower down halfway. Find a chaturanga with the leg lifted or in tabletop. Now drive it away. Press the mat away and bring your knee into your nose. Round the spine. Inhale, go back, three-legged dog. Let's reverse that. Bring your knee into your nose, round it forward. Now extend the leg straight back. You can put your knee down if you'd like, chaturanga. Bring the knee back into the nose. And then bring the knee to the right and to the left, to the right and the left. One more time right, one more time left. Extend it out for fallen triangle. Have a seat all the way down on your mat. Wide legs, yeah? Go ahead and find the stretch, walk it forward. Engage your legs, your feet. So flex the feet, pull the belly in tight. And instead of collapsing, Reach out, find that flat back and that extension. Come back and sit up nice and tall. See if you can bring your hands to your heart for this. You also do have the option to come back and use your hands, but give this a try. We're going to pick up the right leg and just move it forward and back. Yeah? So kind of like what we did before, but in a different position. Think if you had a block that you were trying to lift it up over, right? You're working your hip flexor, your inner thigh, and your core here, and you can take your hands behind you. Just a few more for 3, 2, and 1. Set the leg down, sit up tall. Right hand comes back behind you. Come back to your fallen triangle. So press into your hand, lift up. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right leg comes up and over, tap the toe behind you. Find your wild thing. Stepping the right foot up to the top of the mat, just as we did before. And then left foot meets the right at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Extend the left leg behind you. Look forward, breathe. Then more into your right leg. Bring your hands to your heart. Start to lift up and find your warrior 3. Tip back, crescent lunge. Inhale, lift up, breathe. Exhale, dive it forward, standing splits. Now from here, we're going to switch our legs. So you can just put the left leg down and lift the right, or maybe you do a little switch kick and land with the left leg down. Big step back, runner's lunge. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches, easy twist. Stay in this twist and start to lift up for an open arm twist in your crescent. And then keep going. Left hand comes to your right thigh. Reach it back, exalt. From here, we're coming right into revolved Ardha Chandrasana. The right hand comes down to the mat in front of, kind of in front of your left big toe. And then lift the right leg up. Arm up or hand to the sacrum. We'll move through this a couple of times and then we'll hold it. So big step back, come into your revolved or your exalted twisted crescent. Right hand down, lift up. One more time, big step back, revolve, and then take it back down. Beautiful, so good. Really drive out through the right heel. And then left hand comes down to the mat. Step your right foot to meet the left, toes touching. Sit down into your chair pose, twist to the right, coming back to our flow. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Start to find your flamingo. And then just extend the leg back this time. Take your time. Revolved crescent lunge. You have the option here to open the arms. You can have for full bind. You can drop the back knee. Just lingering in this pose for an extra round or 2 of breath. Keep pulling the belly in tight. And then open it up. Find your warrior 2. Breathe. Really great, you guys. So good. Skandasana, back of the mat. Maybe this time you open the arms or you reach out in front. Maybe you even try for a half or a full bind. Face your left foot at the back of your space. Right foot steps up to meet the left, forward fold, toes touching. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep the arms behind you, higher on your toes. Heels down, right knee to your chest. Lift it up. Open arm twist. And then start to extend the right leg. Lift it higher. If you have a dancing Shiva in your practice and you want to grab for that foot, go for it. Our next destination is that hovering half moon again. Just tipping in, keeping the left foot directly forward. Hug the hip under you. Just reach. Really nice. Big step back. Warrior two. Come right into your reverse warrior. And then flip the feet, extended side angle. Reverse your warrior. Flip the feet, extended side angle. Let's stay this time. So maybe you get a little lower. You can take that half bind, maybe the full bind, maybe you reach the arms overhead. There are a lot of options. Just finding your deepest expression of this pose. And breathe. Keep pressing into the outside edge of your right foot. Keep rolling the right shoulder back. One more breath right here. And then exalt, bring it up and back, straighten through the left leg. Windmill the hands down, frame your left foot. Left leg comes up and back. All right, we're almost there. All right, keep the left leg lifted. Let's give this a try. Rounded forward, rounded plank into plank, holding the left leg. You can always come down to the right knee. Start to hinge it forward, find your chaturanga. Press the mat away, bring your knee into your nose, round the spine. Inhale, go back. Knee to your nose, come forward. And then the leg goes back, chaturanga. Press the mat away, knee comes back into the nose. And the knee goes left and right, left and right. One more time left, one more time right. Extend it out, fall and triangle. Have a seat on your mat. Finding that stretch. Flex the feet, stay active, pull the belly in tight, and then maybe even pull with your hands, trying to get in deeper. Rolling the hips forward, finding a nice stretch. Walk your hands back in, sit up tall, maybe hands to heart. You always have the option to support yourself behind the back. Just do the best that you can. Start to lift the left leg and just move it forward and back. Breathe. Engaging the core, the inner thigh, the hip flexor. You've got 5 more. Stay with it. 3, 2, and 1. Step the foot down. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Right hand down to the mat, left leg up and over. Wild thing, lift up, reach up. And then look at your right hand. Start to lift the left knee and guide it toward the front of your space. Really good. Step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale. Right leg extends back, finding your supported warrior 3, finding as much extension as you can. Hands come to your heart, and then just start to lift up, reach up. Pressing through the heel, the ball of the foot. Tip it back, crescent lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dive it back down, standing split. You can either just switch your legs or take a little hop. Right foot. Big step back. Right foot's in front, left hand stays. Easy twist. All right, here we go. Start to just stand it up, finding your open arm twist and crescent. And then tip it up and back, exalt. Here we go. Left hand comes down to the earth, revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand down, left leg lifts, right arm lifts. Really flex the left leg. Big step back, come back to your exalted crescent. Breathe. Left hand down, right arm up. Reach. One more time like that, and we'll hold for an extra round or two of breath. Lots of control. Left hand down, right arm up. Breathe. Finding that twist, hugging the right hip under you, pulling the belly in tight. And then right hand down to the mat, left foot meets right, forward fold. Bend the knees a lot, hands to your heart, twist to the left. So prayer twist in your chair pose, coming back to our flow. Look at your knees. Come to the ball of your right foot, finding our flamingo. And this time we'll just extend it straight back, finding our revolved crescent lunge. You can stay, you can bring the right knee to the earth, you can open the arms, bind. Any option that you have. Staying for an extra round breath. Roll the left shoulder back. Open it up, find your warrior two. Sit low. Skandasana, top of the mat. Sit. Lots of options. Once again, you can open the arms, you can try and find a bind. Sit lower, balance, maybe close your eyes. Face your right foot at the top of the mat. Left foot steps up to meet the right, toes touching. Come back to your chair pose, sit low. Sweep the arms behind you, come high up on the toes. Heels down, knee to your chest. Left knee. Finding the open arm twist once again. And then start to extend the left leg. Maybe point the toe, maybe grab the foot. Keep driving the left hip down, it wants to lift. And then start to sweep it behind you. Nothing changes, you just tip in for your Ardha Chandrasana. Breathe. Expanding in all four directions. Big step back, warrior two. Come right into your reverse warrior. Flip the feet, side angle. Reverse your warrior. Flip the feet, side angle. Stay. Find a deeper expression of this pose. Maybe you reach the arms forward. Maybe it's a half or a full bind. Take your time. Roll the shoulder back if you're in the bind. Sit low. Roll your chest open. One more breath here. And then come on out of this, straighten through the front leg, tip it up and back. Windmill the hands down. Frame the right foot. Right leg comes up and back. And then right foot meets left, downward facing dog. Let's just take a flow to rinse that away. Round it forward, round it plank into plank. Knees, chest, chin on your toes, lower down halfway. Inhale, lifted cobra or upward facing. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. On your inhale breath, stretch your right leg high, and then right knee comes behind the right wrist, half pigeon. You made it. I know you guys all did so well. So you probably don't have a mirror to check alignment. So take a look behind you. Make sure the left leg is coming straight out of the hip. The toe is not sickling. Sit up tall first. Find that extension. Yeah? And if you need a blanket or a block or anything underneath your hip, use it. And then slowly start to walk it out and just melt into your mat. Find that hip release. If you have a king pigeon or a half mermaid in your practice, feel free to go into that now. If you like to take the shoulder release, it's like threading the needle, left arm under, left cheek to the mat. That can feel really nice. We did quite a bit of shoulder work. Take one more breath wherever you're at. And if you want to linger, go ahead. Take as much time as you need. When you're ready, start to come back to your hands and just slide the left knee behind the right. I'll face you guys. So you kiss the knees together. Bring the feet as wide as your mat. And sit your bum below between your feet and sit up nice and tall. I feel a really intense stretch on the outer hips. So sit up tall here. You can just sit and hold on to the big toes with your peace fingers. That's perfect. If you want more, there's a shoulder stretch. I like to do opposite shoulder, but you can do whichever arm you want. I'm going to take the left arm up and I'm going to walk it down between my shoulder blades like a tricep stretch. And then reach behind you, and you can use a strap or a rag or just grab onto your shirt and see if you can latch maybe your fingertips. Now try to take the back of your head into your forearms. So not rounding, but again, finding that extension. Pull the belly in tight. You can stay. You can start to fold forward. All just options. And then gently start to release wherever you're at. If you've got a hold of that bind, you might roll the shoulders a little bit, roll the neck from side to side. And then as you're ready, just roll over your knees and find your downward facing dog. If you still have uplifting energy and you want a little flow, go ahead and take it. And we'll meet in down dog. And then as you're ready, you can come into your half pigeon on the other side, stretching the left leg high, and then left knee comes behind your left wrist. Slide it down. Once again, checking out your alignment. I tend to sit up higher on this side. I'm a little tighter on the right. So sometimes I just need more support with my fingers or a block. Find that extension, and then as you're ready, just start to come forward. Same options for king pigeon or half mermaid. You can take the shoulder stretch, it's right arm under this time, right cheek to the middle. Take your time as you're ready. Start to come up to your hands. Drag your right knee in. It comes behind the left this time. And then guide your bum down between your heels. Sit up tall. Maybe just start in stillness, holding on to the big toes. And then if you'd like the shoulder stretch, just switch out arms, whichever one you did. I'm going to the right arm. Walking it down the back, finding that stretch first, and then bringing the other arm behind, trying to latch onto those fingertips. And whichever arm you choose, just try to sit up tall and press the back of your head into the forearm, not rounding, but finding that extension. Keeping the feet flexed. Maybe you start to fold it forward. Hold the belly in tight. Gently come back up. And then release the arms. Once again, a little roll of the neck, the shoulders. Great job. If you would like another vinyasa, feel free to take one. If not, just start to entangle your legs and extend them straight out in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall, right on your sit bones. You might even need to bend your knees a little bit. Reach the arms up high. And then as you exhale, fold forward, leading with your heart. So grab somewhere along the shins or maybe the sides of the feet or the big toes. But again, trying to find that extension. I know we spend so much time on computers and phones and hunched over, so really focusing on that extension of the spine here. Think hips back, chest forward, breathe. And then sit up tall, reach the fingertips to the front of your space. And as slowly as you can, start to pull your belly in tight and round all the way down to the earth. Go as slowly as you can, find every vertebrae hitting the earth one at a time. Keep pulling the belly in tight. When you get there, pull your knees into your chest. Soles of the feet toward the ceiling, grab for the outsides of your feet, forearms on the insides of your shins, happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Again, take a tuck of your chin, try to keep the whole spine on the floor, pressing the back of the head into the floor, and then start to round the sacrum down toward the earth. You might even think about holding lower on the legs to give yourself more space to do that. You can rock side to side. Keep engaging the belly. Of course, if there's anything else that you need to round out your practice, please feel free to do that. If you're ready to settle things down even more, start to bring the soles of your feet together. Keep the knees wide and guide your feet down to the earth. Bring your right hand to your heart and your left hand to your belly, just as we started our practice. Feeling your heart beating into your hand, your heartbeat on your hand. Close your eyes and breathe. You made it. You did an amazing job, I know. Stay just like this for as long as you'd like. If you prefer a more traditional Shavasana, feel free to extend your legs out to the corners of the mat, your arms by your side, or wherever they're comfortable. But just finding a couple moments of stillness. I've noticed in my own practice when I'm at home, I tend to skimp on Shavasana. And it's really important that we find the stillness, find the meditation. Stay here in your Shavasana. There's no need to rush. Bring the palms together at your third eye. The seat of our intuition for positive and encouraging thoughts down to your lips. kind words always, meaningful, purposeful words. Into your heart, compassion, empathy, gratitude. We have so much to be thankful for. Even though we can't be together physically in the same space, we have Zoom, we have live feed classes, we have YouTube, we have all of these things that bring us together even when we're practicing social distancing. I'm so thankful that we can do this. My soul honors your soul, yogis. I honor the love, light, peace, beauty, strength, and kindness within you because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are the same. We are one. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. That was really great to see you guys. I'm going to unmute you all. Or you can probably unmute yourself, but
Thanks, Lisa. I miss you.
Oh, I think I miss you guys. Was that okay? Was the video and sound okay?
It was really awesome. I felt like
Okay.
I got a better workout than usual.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes just being in your own space, and yeah, and we'll have the video up, and then we'll, if you ever want to do it again, or you didn't understand something, or if you want to find me on Facebook, if you have questions, feel free. So,
Well, thank you. Namaste.
great.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thanks, guys.